Yeah. Hold on, wait a minute. I was about to lay down, get myself all cuddled in, and not just lay down. I was gonna go take my bath, and I want to ran my bath water. Got me some bubbles flowing, and a little bit of Epsom salt, and a little bit of that Dr. Teal's bubble bath, and let me show y'all. There's nothing major, but you know, you know. So yeah, shit my clothes out and all these good things, and something came to me. It was the dream of my grandmother. When my grandmother first passed away, let me be careful in my wording because everybody don't believe in the same thing, and there's somebody out there trying to deem you crazy to collect your inheritance. And so I had a dream right after my grandmother passed away. And in the dream, I would always be on the phone to what I thought was friends at the time. And it was a particular friend, and I would always tell her about haters, right? They doing this, and haters, 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 right? It's been my whole life they've been doing it. Haters, haters, haters. I'm still kind of like that. I still speak about it, but it's not like a bothersome thing now. Because as you grow, heal, and evolve, you start understanding that it's all about the energy. It's all about the manipulation of energy. And I remember I had this dream, and in this dream, after my grandmother passed away, every now and again when we were younger, my grandmother used to wear finger waves. Y'all remember those finger waves, and they had that little hump? It'd be kind of flat here, then it'd hump up, and then, and it was finger waved, real crispy with a little bit of, that fresh perm baby hair, right? They didn't really do baby hairs then. Well, I mean, they did, but when they did their stuff, they would have like that little swoop, like they, and she would have her little shag in the back, crimped on down here to match the Jerry curl and the wave in the front. And in this dream, that's how her hair was. And she had on this white top, and she had on white bottom, white dress. And she came in, she grabbed me by the hands, and it was, we was outside. It almost looked like a picnic, like a big old type of event, church kind of family reunion type of picnic, and everybody had on white. But all the people that were there at this over in this union was people that was outside at this park, at this picnic, was all her friends who had crossed away, right? All the church people who had passed away, I mean. And they were all sitting down, and they all looked youthful, right? And I just seen everybody staring at her, like with this stank look. It was one of her friends with another one of her friends. They was both sitting up under a tree, and I remember them holding a book in their hands, and it almost gives you like that. Remember that look back in the days where like the ice cream shop and the roller skate type of look, right? It almost gave off that type of look with they used to have the bows in the back of their head with the type of shirt on with the collar and the dresses that kind of flowed. That's the kind of look that everybody had in this dream. And everybody had on white. It was a nice, beautiful day outside. And I remember seeing some of her friends sitting at picnic tables, some people standing around. It was just fresh. I could smell the air in this dream. I could smell the air. The feeling of it was so light. It was peaceful. And she come and she took me by the hand, and all of her friends is watching her take me by the hands. And they giving her the stank look, like, ugh, she all just, ugh, right? They all looking at her, right? Some of them trying to hide it, but I could still see. And I'm like, whoa, hey, what's this? And she grabbed me by the hands, and she's pulling me through this park in my dream. And I'm just flowing with her. And she's saying to me, look at all of them. Look at all of them. None of them ever liked me. They all was my haters. Like, and she just like, in this dream, right? And she's flowing around, and just waving her little dress around. And just, y'all, she was just waving her body and just so free. And she was just saying, look at me, right? They always gonna be haters. They all always are gonna be haters. None of these people ever liked me. But yet, they smiled and grinned in my face. They came and said, hey, Mrs. Such and Such this, and they treated me with respect. She said, but all of these people talked about me. None of these people liked me. And she said, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Like, she was just so free, and she was just laughing and giggling, and like, look at me. Like, I'm free, girl. I got my legs, honey. Like, and it was just ironic that I was literally talking to my homegirl like throughout the whole week about haters. I'm like, dude, they just be doing this and they just be doing that, and golly, like this person doing this and this person doing that, right? And it was all haters that was talking about haters this week. And it's just ironic that she crossed, and when she crossed, this is the dream I had. And she was just so happy, and she let my hand go, and she was just flowing again, spinning. Yo, and I'm just looking at her like, is this for real, right? I'm like, touch my hands. Is this real? Are you okay? And she was like, honey, I am better than ever. I am more free than I have ever been. This is me. This is me. This is me. This is who I am. And she said, forget all the haters. They're going to hate on you the rest of your life. They're going to do things that thwart you the rest of your life. She really wanted me to not care, right? And I remember waking up and I shared this dream with somebody. And this dream was many years ago, y'all. My grandmother passed away over 7 years ago. Something like that. Y'all, I can't even remember. But it's crazy how this dream just came back up to me. I was in a room and I'm cleaning. I've been cleaning up the house. I got one more day at work. And then I'll be off for a couple of days. And it's crazy that I really haven't thought about this dream since it actually happened. And as I'm in the room cleaning, this dream came back to me. And I'm like, why is this dream coming across my mind again, right? And it's because I'm going through something similar again. And my mind was rambling on about these people that I got to work with, these people that I got to be around. And I'm like, why are they so miserable? Like, and then what's even crazier is like, I'm watching the superior people, egg on this mental ill person instead of going to get them some help, instead of going to sit them down and talk to them. They're egging on the behavior of the person. And like, she's trying to act like me, walk like me. I wear burgundy hair, she got on burgundy hair. And something, when I was in the room, something in my mind just brought back that dream, and I had a quick glimpse in my third eye of her spinning around. Y'all, this was years ago I had this dream. And it took me back to that scene, like, who cares? Forget them all, right? We carry a divine, angelic presence, an energy. They're going to be that way. A lot of us are nothing but mirrors for these people. And when we choose to become us, and we choose to walk in our purpose, and we choose to let go, and we choose to let God, and we choose to be free, a lot of these people are still trapped here. A lot of these people are trapped in a mental. It started off in the womb, and they came out here and they're fighting, right? But it's like compassion, right? A couple years ago, about 2 years ago, God gave me the word compassion. Sometimes it be hard, it's a fight, but every now and again, God will remind me of what we went through already, right? It's like the test coming back up again, but not coming back up, right? And it's like, I just seen her in that dress, like, who cares? Let them be haters. We need them. We love them. We need them. We love them. Oh my God, just bring them all here. Let's love them. Haters. Y'all, it's not funny, but I'm literally in the room, like, looking down. Y'all, I'm in there minding my business, right? You know, when in the time when you cleaning up a lot, well, at least me, I noticed that my mind kind of ramble on, right? It's quiet, it's nighttime, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, I should already be in bed, and I'm not. And I'm normally a person that stay up late, right? Lord, a lot of my videos I make, you know, at any time, majority at nighttime, because I'm up. And that's when a lot of my messages come. They come all day, but I think more so at nighttime it gets so quiet and it's only you. No more noise for the day, right? No more outside noise for the day. And so it's tends to be a little bit more quieter. Anyways, it's more quieter at night. And so of course we're gonna tend to think a little bit more. And so, like I said, y'all, for the people who y'all got, people swarming up around you, plotting and planning, no matter where you go, grocery store, workplace, workspace, all these different watchers, right? Let me watch it. These different watchers. I have to go back sometime and remind myself what I preach, right? They say practice what you preach. That is a thing. You have to do it. And when I tell y'all to, if God, like the story of Job, y'all love the story of Job, but if God let it in your back door, it's supposed to be there, right? If all these people around you are evil and mirroring to you pure evil and pure nutcase and all these things, for one, you are doing your job. But do not deny yourself of your dark side, right? Sometimes God will want us to stand up. I need you to stand up and look at this, look at this, look at this, look at that cat drinking that milk. That's how they be when they looking at some of us. Look at this, look at this, look at this. That's what I be seeing on everybody's face when I go into this space. Look at this, look at this, look at that cat drinking that milk. Look at this here, look at this here. Somebody come look at this. Right, there you are. You could tell they've been running their mouth so bad that when they come together, they all got to do this thing because no one person left behind because so many people been running their mouth. So many people, right? And it's like one of those things like Regina George, right? If one person if I spit in the cup, you all here, let's all spit in her cup type of thing, right? So no one can tell on no one. If one go down, we all go down. That's the type of thing it is. And so sometimes God will let you go in and shine so bright to pull out the evil, to smoke it out. So that way he can yak it on up. And so that's why it's vital as well to understand your assignment, right? But sometimes I be in shock because the evil be so great. The evil be so grand, right? And I always say if Just because somebody else went through it don't mean that they deserve to. And sometimes God will use you to smoke out the evil, to capture some of these high-ranking evils, right? For the people in the back that's going through the same thing, right? Gotta let me sometimes, and you and he and they, them and thou, go through these things so we can speak on our experience to help somebody else. You're not alone in this, right? But know your assignment. And by way of learning your assignment, the devil attacks. A lot of times the devil attacks the life purpose, right? So for instance, if you're supposed to be a speaker, you might run across somebody that say, oh, she talked too much, oh, he talked too much. But you're a speaker, though. This is your job. This is your divine calling, as well as smoking out the evil, right? You will find people who got these entities attached to them, and they will start projecting and being nasty and whispering all these things about you, nasty evils about you, right? So other people could pick up what they putting down, and now they have been a disease in that place, in that space, and now they are what we call legions, for they are many. And God is using us. God is using a lot of us. So by way of finding the purpose, find the pattern, right? Look at the pattern. If every time you go inside of different places, and you know you're not the problem, you're going there, you're being your best, you're doing your best, right? You know that these people are purposely doing this, right? And understand, especially in with us people in these smaller places or smaller cities and states and stuff like that. It's always one of us somewhere. And God is using us to smoke out these evils. Know the patterns. Notice the patterns. And when you start noticing the pattern within people, you will start to know the assignment. Understand? And so please don't mistake. And then say if you're doing something, if you're drawing, if you're writing, if you're a speaker, and somebody might say, you can't draw. You can't draw. Oh, I don't like that. The devil always attack the actual gift. The devil always attack the actual gift. Right? So if you a drawer, and every time you see somebody that one hating family, but girl, you know, they minimizing what you doing, they minimizing your work. Oh, you know, that little bitty old GED. Ooh, girl, that little bitty old piece of art. Ooh, girl, that little, you know, we all got those around us. That little, or every single time you go to start something or you doing something, and that one cousin in the background find out what you doing, and they call you, ooh, girl, hey, girl. Ooh, girl, I heard you doing such and such, girl. Oh, do you know this person over on the east, south, and west, girl, they doing that same thing you doing, girl. But ain't you a nurse or something? But it's a million people doing that. So why you calling me? Right? Because you are the chosen one. And then these type of people like that go in the background and they snatch your gift and they snatch your divine calling. And then they tell everybody, look at her, she the devil. Look at her, she a witch. Look at her, burn the witch. Lying all on your name and stealing your gifts. And then trying to go behind the scene and stalk you and report your page so your voice never get out there because they don't want their lies exposed. Calling you crazy and prostitutes and all this stuff, right? They don't want their lives and stuff exposed. So in this time, these people are going above and beyond to send attacks, to send different people towards you, to go above and beyond to block you, to pay people that you're laying with to block you, right? So you have to be very careful in this season. I'm not saying be paranoid. Look behind you, right? I'm not saying be paranoid and frantic. What I'm saying is be careful. Right? Just stay to self. When you got somebody calling you, oh, what you doing? And they talking to somewhere in the conversation, they say, oh, girl, where you work at? Oh, bro, where you working at now? Could you get me in? But a lot of times they don't even want to get in. They want to get in your business. They want to know your business so they can know what to attack next. Right? So they can know what to tear down next. Well, they got their messy friends in the background stalking you. Because they didn't gather all these people who don't know them. Go off and flee somewhere else 2 hours away where people don't know them. And go gain all these friends. And somewhere in there, I know a friend had to say, B, you messy. Why you always got this person's name in your mouth? Right? Because a lot of these people do all these glamour spills all over them. Right? And a lot of these people that got caught up in sharing their lives and things that they've been through. Right? With these people. Not understanding that this was the person behind the scene doing magic. And glamoring you. And one day that person finally get tired of me like, why you keep running your mouth about her? She ain't did nothing. She minding her business. She don't talk about you. He don't talk about. Why do you keep this girl or this man's mouth name in your mouth? Why do you keep trying to tear them down? Then you go get the same type of car they got, but a truck. Then you go try to beat them to the punch, but they know these people don't know you, right? So they don't know what type of car you're driving and that this person ran and got that car, but in a truck. They don't know that this person then all on your Facebook stalking and they all in competition with you. Mentally ill. Lying on you. Anytime, I always tell people, that is a true saying. I remember when we was kids, we say, and the people be pointing their finger, we say, well, you know, whatever you point at me, 3 point back at you. When we was kids, you got 1 finger pointing at me, but you got 3 point back at you. When we was kids, we used to say that. And that's the same thing when you get older. When somebody is constantly saying, lying on somebody and creating these dispositions and sowing these seeds and towards you in your mind. So when somebody approach you, they purposely do it and lie all on you. It be like little subtle lies. Little subtle lies. They don't do it in a way, girl, did you hear? Girl, did you hear? They don't do it in that way. They do little subtle lies. Like a serpent. Like Satan himself. Girl, you know, I heard she doing well and everything, but girl, you know, she got that white man, girl, and girl, I heard somebody told me, girl, she was planning love magic. But you know, you ain't hear from me. Remember that gossiping lady off of the color, or what was that color? Y'all Living Color. You ain't hear from me, but who remember that? Girl, you ain't hear from me, but such and such, such and such. These people been around you since you've been kids. And so they know what you are. They know about your kids. Why didn't you go tell your friend like, nah, on some real stuff, she gifted in this and that area? No, she did prophesy that and it did come true. Why you ain't tell them that? Why you going back there and lying? Then you go stay out here on these platforms hiding themselves from you though. Got hundreds of people watching you though and blocking you though, right? Including they messy friends that's finally waking up out of their glamour spells. And they like, dang, why am I dizzy? Wait a minute. I remember you looking like that. Girl, why you talking about that person? Right? That's when the glamour has worn off. But God needed to go just that way. Because those people had something to heal within themselves too while they was able to be God. God was showing them something about themselves while they was able to be God like that. There's no way in the heck somebody's going to come sit up around me and get to talking about somebody that I don't even know. Unless I'm jealous too. Unless I take a peek at that person and I got some jealousy hidden up in there too. Because some people could just look at you and start growing jealousy and envy. So it's easier for them to side with a demon, with a Jezebel. Not without even knowing you, without even having a conversation. They just start siding and listening, taking all that junk up in their temple. Now when they see you, it's like, girl, hey, girl. Hey, girl, how you doing? Girl, how you doing? What's up? You good? You good? You all right? Girl. Like they got all the tea, but don't even know you. Don't even know you, though. At all. Sometimes I be want to walk past people and say, boo, why? People are, no, she this and she that, but I'm going to take her prophetic gifts and spread them all over the internet like they're mine. Girl, because I just knew, it was on my heart, it was on my mind. And I woke up last night, girl, and it happened. And it hit me, and it came, and it went, girl. And I woke back up and said, kumbaya. And then I prayed about it, and I said, Lord, don't do it, don't take it. And then I said, girl, he gone, girl, he gone. What? Girl, back up, hold up. Wait a minute, repeat that again. Because prophetic in my dreams and all up in here. Yes, Lord. Why they got their husband sitting in the background obsessing with you, attacking you with them? Preach. Husband want to eat your shorts. Dirty drawers and all. Preach. Y'all got to be more careful out here. But anyways, I'm going to end it with this. Be careful who you letting up in your temple. And letting what up in your temple. Taking into your temple. Right? Y'all worried about the fried chicken. You worried about the fried chicken and the pizza going in. And to my girl, I need to fast. I need to go on a diet. But that don't even matter when you taking in somebody else's weight. When you taking in negative instant energy. When you taking in gossip. That's worse than the fried chicken and the chitlins that you eating. And the poke and the poke. And the poke, and that's swine. You know what I'm saying? It's swine. Brother, it's swine. It's worse than that. And so, stay sucker free out here. Get away from the negative stuff. Stop taking it into your temple. The haters, right? Like my grandmother said, she didn't let that come back to me for no reason. God didn't let that dream come back to me for no reason. The reason why he let me come back there because I'm there right now again. And so it's just a reminder. Let them hate. Let them hate. Girl, be free. That is their jobs. They're unhealed. Let them see you so they can become you too. If that's what it takes. Don't forget. Let them hate. I'm blowing you some love. All right. Stay 10 toes down till you come up. All right. Love you guys.